In this sun-scorched heart of a city that pierces the future, where chrome towers kiss an endless desert sky, a silent guardian reigns. Not a machine, not a man, but a creature of flesh and feather alone, Falcon, the sentinel of this sprawling metropolis. Day after day, she carves arcs of gold against the blue, her keen eyes scanning for any ripple in the digital piece. Her domain is the sky, a sacred space she protects from the cold trespass of robotic intruders. For years, her vigil was a quiet one. An occasional rogue drone, a misaligned satellite, mere trifles for her swift talons and sharper intellect. The citizens below, cocooned in their technological utopia, barely knew of the feathered protector above. They lived their lives in blissful ignorance, their sky kept pure by a force as old as the desert itself. But peace, like a desert mirage, is often fleeting. One dawn, the familiar rose-gold horizon was swallowed by a tide of black. It wasn't a storm of sand or cloud, it was a storm of steel and circuitry. A swarm of cyber ravens, a mechanical plague, descended upon the city. Their wings, forged from obsidian alloys, beat in perfect, terrifying synchrony, casting a chilling eclipse that blotted out the sun. Red optic sensors pulsed in the sudden twilight, 1,000 unblinking eyes fixed on a single purpose: conquest. Our Falcon, circling high above, felt the shift in the air pressure, the alien hum of a million servos. She was one against a legion. The odds weren't just poor, they were impossible. The cyber ravens were a unified consciousness, a hive mind of chilling efficiency. They moved as one, thought as one, and attacked as one. Outnumbered, outmatched, but never outclassed. For the Falcon possessed something the machines could never replicate: a wild, untamable spirit. She did not retreat, she did not hesitate. With a piercing cry that echoed the courage of her ancestors, she folded her wings and dove. This was no longer a patrol, it was a war. Her strategy was not brute force, but artistry. She became a blur of motion, a living missile weaving through the dense formation of her enemies. Speed was her shield, cunning her sword. The sky erupted into a deadly ballet. The Falcon would feign a retreat, luring a squadron of ravens away from the main swarm, then execute a breathtaking Immelman turn, appearing behind them in a flash. Her talons, harder than stone, would shear through wires and rip out processors before the machines could even recalculate their flight path. She was a ghost in their machine, an anomaly they couldn't process. Each strike was a masterpiece of aerial acrobatics. A barrel roll to dodge a volley of laser fire, a gravity-defying stall to let a pursuer overshoot, then a swift, clean strike to its power core. Sparks flew like malevolent fireflies in the artificial gloom. The air crackled with the sound of snapping circuits and sizzling metal. For every 10 ravens she disabled, 100 more would fill the gap. Fatigue began to set in, her wings burning with the strain, but her resolve was forged in the desert's own unforgiving fire. She noticed a pattern in their chaos. The ravens, for all their collective intelligence, were puppets. Their movements, their attacks, all emanated from a central point, a larger, more menacing figure that hung back, shrouded by its legion. The Alpha Raven, its chassis was thicker, its sensors burned with a brighter, more sinister light. This was the AI core, the digital brain commanding the entire flock. To cut the head off the snake, she had to brave its very heart. As if sensing her intent, the sky itself conspired against her. The desert, agitated by the massive energy discharge, began to churn. A colossal sandstorm brewed on the horizon, its colossal wall of grit and dust rolling towards the city. The heavens split open, not with rain, but with raw electrical fury. Lightning forked across the sky, illuminating the terrifying spectacle. The final showdown was upon them. The Alpha Raven, sensing the Falcon's desperation, moved to the forefront, its metallic wings spreading wide in a gesture of absolute dominance. The remaining ravens formed a defensive wall around it. For the Falcon, there was only one path, and it was straight through the heart of the storm. She ascended, climbing higher and higher until the city was a mere schematic below. She soared into the storm's embrace, letting the violent updrafts carry her. Lightning danced around her, so close she could feel the heat on her feathers. The machines hesitated, their sensors overwhelmed by the atmospheric chaos. This was her element, the raw and tame power of nature. Then she saw her moment. A bolt of lightning arced directly towards the Alpha Raven. Using the flash as her cover and the thunder as her war cry, she dove. She became one with the lightning, a streak of organic fury plummeting through the chaos. She passed through the defensive line before their sensors could even register her approach. Time seemed to slow. Her eyes, locked on the glowing AI core of the Alpha Raven, saw past the metal and the wires to the cold, empty logic within. With a final defiant scream, she struck. Her talons, charged with the static of the storm, pierced the core. There was a blinding flash of blue-white light, a deafening electronic shriek that cut through the thunder, and then silence. The Alpha Raven convulsed, its red eyes flickering and dying. A chain reaction of failure cascaded through the swarm. The puppets, their strings cut, tumbled from the sky. They fell like a shower of dying stars, a rain of blackened meteors crashing harmlessly into the desert sands below. The storm began to subside as quickly as it had arrived. The dust settled and the sun, hesitant at first, broke through the clouds, bathing the city once more in its warm, golden light. Alone in the vast, reborn sky, the Falcon soared, wounded, exhausted, but victorious. She circled her city one more time, her shadow a fleeting promise on the streets below, a silent testament to the enduring power of a single, wild heart. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic flight. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and let us know what you thought in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.